You're joining us here this evening in NCI News with your presenter here, Fiona Kenny. I am joined this afternoon with Rory O'Donnell, a representative from Mars Chocolate Products. I'm here to discuss with Rory the recent scandal that has been released about possible contamination in Mars products. Rory, can you tell us exactly what has happened?
Sure. Well, we received a report about a week ago now that some red plastic was found contaminating some of our Mars products. Now, as a precautionary measure, what we've decided to do is recall a certain number of products, including Mars, Snickers, and a few other, which I'll name there in a moment, from 55 countries, mainly European countries, but also Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Now, this is just a precautionary step because there is a concern that this plastic may present a choking hazard, particularly for young children. Our research to date suggests that it's a very, very small amount of material actually got into the food processing stages. But as I say, just in terms of considering the safety of our consumers is number one, it's paramount to us here in the Mars Corporation. So we've decided to recall all products with an expiry date between May 2016 and October 2016 from the following products. So as I've mentioned already, it's going to be Mars, Milky Way bars, Snickers, Celebrations, and the Mini Mix product.
Okay, Rory, but I mean, you mentioned there that it's not going to affect us here in the Irish market, but how exactly does it not affect us here in the Irish market? What can Irish consumers be assured of this afternoon?
Well, as I've stated already, we've sent out an alert to all shops that stock our product. These include the likes of Tesco's, Aldi, Lidl, as well as smaller operations to recall all these products between these dates. Now, if they do as we've advised, there will be no issue, as that product run only affects products that expire within that date band.
Okay, well, I'm sure that's a reassurance now to many of our Irish market here, but in terms of if there are consumers out there that do have a concern, what are the health concerns related to this? What are the possible implications of this possible contamination?
Well, we've been reassured by our researchers that the red plastic, which came from one of our machine processing units, which fell into a mixer drum and subsequently became mixed up with the product, presents no carcinogenic or health risks. The only risk we are concerned about, as I've stated already, is the potential for choking in small children, and that's why we've taken the steps that we have today.
Okay, so I mean, this is possibly a big embarrassment for Mars Corporation worldwide, not just in Europe. What measures is the company worldwide taking to prevent such things happening again?
Well, in terms of that, it's a situation that we're not happy with. As I say, we have in this particular factory has been open since 1963. This is the first incident of its kind to have ever happened. We're reviewing our procedures and processes, and we expect that all units with this plastic cover will have those covers replaced with a metal cover, so this won't happen again. And that's due to be in effect by the end of next month. So all our factories, all our personnel are aware of this issue, and we're also attempting to identify any other stages in the food processing, in the food process, where similar covers could come in contact with the food. So we're very confident that this isn't going to happen again.
Okay, Rory, I'm sure there's much of our listeners out there this afternoon are very reassured by this. However, I would still imagine it is cause for concern for much of the Nestle and Mars users in Ireland. Okay, Rory, I'd like to thank you for joining us here this afternoon. This has been Fiona Kenny. Back to you in the studio, Brian.